I'm here with another video. I'm here today to show you guys a lace frontal quick weave. And I apologize, my client did not want to be on video, but I just wanted to capture this for you guys. What I'm doing right now, I am measuring the lace frontal on the front of her head. Yes, now I'm going to use a marker and mark out the line where I want to build a bridge to make a mock-up braid. And this is what this video is basically about. How to make a mock-up braid if your client has a situation where we cannot have braid hair, which she has hair loss, to put it shortly. So my client did not want to put on a wig. She just wanted to have something stuck to her head. So this is why we're doing this. And this is a great technique, guys, because if you're, I don't feel like you should glue down a frontal. It should be sewn down, because if you're going to be combing it, moving it around, it will shift if it's only glued. So this is what I'm doing. I'm using the glue, 30-second glue, and I am building a bridge. So I'm putting on the glue thick, let it dry a little bit, and now I'm adding a piece of thread. I cut a piece of thread and I doubled it, and I'm adding it to the lump of glue that I added to the top of her head. This is called a mock-up braid, guys. This is called a mock-up braid. So I'm adding another piece of thread, and it's doubled. So what that does, it's giving me a braid, basically something for me to sew the frontal through. So you go down, around, go back to the other side, glue it down. I'm adding another layer of thick glue. I'm not going to spread it out. I'm just adding it. And I just want to say thank you to the returning viewers. And if you're new here, this is Alicia Handles It, and I would love you to join the family and press subscribe. Now I'm adding another piece of thread. So I did this about 3 times, guys. Just go over into the lake of glue, I'm going to call it, and let it dry. And I'm putting another layer over the thread that I just put in. There it goes. Leave it thick and let it dry. Now this is the last piece of thread that I'm adding, and the effect that this gives is what I said earlier. It's called a mock-up braid. If your client has hair loss issues, this is the perfect thing to do if she wants a break from a wig on her head, which is understandable. You know, sometimes you just want to pull your hair up. So this is what it looks like. It's hard now. So I'm starting to glue her tracks on. And I glued down her cap with, first I used lace glue, Bold Hold Extreme, and then I just, after that dries, I just use the regular glue, hair glue, and just start gluing. And I actually wipe the glue onto the cap to make it stick faster, make it stick harder. If this was a client that was getting a regular quick weave, it would be tissue under there and her braids and her hair would be protected. But because my client's situation, we did not put tissue because of the scalp sweats sometimes, and it will make it, you know, shift and come off quicker. And she would like to keep this style for at least 6 weeks. Yes, guys, this style can last for 6 weeks. And never cut your track before you start gluing. Always glue your track as far as you can and then cut it at the end, because it doesn't matter you will feel like you measured it, and when you get to the end, it's either too much or too short. So always measure it and glue it down when you get to the end. After cut it at the end is what I'm trying to say. So I'm just gonna go up, glue her in, hold that cap down. I already put the mock-up braid in the front. It's drying, waiting for me to get the lace prepared to put it on. But before I put the lace on, I like to go up a little bit in the back with some tracks first. And I press the glue down a little bit on the cap because it actually makes it stick quicker, and it makes me able to add more glue to the track sometimes if I feel like I want to. And it just makes it stick so good. She's going to have this style. She can actually wear this style for 2 months, but I don't really recommend it. 6 weeks is good enough. I just had to capture this for you guys. She did not want to be on video, but I thank her for what I was able to capture. I'm going to keep going up. Oh, she's grabbing the spritz for me. Yes, this is, what is this called? Pump It Up. This actually makes the tracks stick really hard. I don't use much all through the head, but I use it now and then through the style. And I just want you guys to see how I'm laying it down in the back. I am following her head from right to left. I'm not putting it in a C. I'm not letting it dip in the middle. I just need it to be lined up straight across. Go straight across. Do not put a V, C, no alphabet, child. No alphabets. Just keep going across in a straight line. Follow her edges of her hairline all the way up. Because once you start gluing or even sewing and it gets into a C or a V shape, that's how humps and lumps in the top of your head is created. So in order to keep everything nice and flat, this is the way you need to glue it. Everything needs to be lined up straight. No dips and no alphabets. And I'm just going to keep going. And I am using a good amount of glue on the track. And like I said, usually if I was doing a regular quick weave, I wouldn't use so much glue, but it's because of the type of quick weave and the type of client that I have. And this style, she'll be able to pull up into a ponytail. She'll be able to move it around really well. And she's not able to do that unless she wears full front, a full lace, and she did not feel like wearing a wig. So this is a good thing for her. Comfort, security, good for a trip, you know. Just gonna keep going, guys. Usually I would have sped it up, but I need you guys to see how the tracks are being made, because that matters. Like I said, foundation is always key. Always. Following the head. Straight lines. Straight lines. Her head's already round, so we don't need to add more roundness. We need to even it out with lines. If that makes sense. I use weird terms. I just have so many hacks and ideas that I use to please my customers. So bear with me, guys. You guys will get it though. And if it's your first time, hit that subscribe button, guys. Don't forget, come back and check out more stuff. Alright, so you guys know this is Wig 101, so that's why this video is where it's at, and I'm just letting you guys watch and learn, because that's mostly how I did. I looked, I watched, I paid attention, and I learned. I really didn't have someone explain to me this, that, this computer. I basically learned by watching, actually attempting it myself, trial and error. And now I'm here to share everything that I went through in this industry with you guys, as far as the styles and making up easy ways and making up styles, because I feel like I haven't seen this mock-up braid done by anyone. So I hope the creation of this mock-up braid that I showed you guys helps you out in the future. You won't have to refuse any customer or client, because you have something for everyone. You're a doctor. You're a hair doctor. You're supposed to can do anything when it comes to it. In the what should I say? In the box that you're in, because I don't braid, but you know, a braider should be able to do all kinds of braids, all kinds of natural styles, dreads, fox locks, twists, you know. Me, I'm going to show you guys cutting and all that stuff. Finger waves. We're going to have finger waves class soon, guys. Okay, so I'm getting closer to the top. And this might be the last track until I start doing the frontal. But you guys can see how everything is just straight across. No dips, no hills, no alphabets. None of that. Right. And I'm so sorry, guys. I don't have better quality of shooting this video, because like I said, my client, she did not want to do it, but she was good enough to make me get this much to show you guys, so I appreciate it. I really wanted you guys to see this. And I'm just going to let it flow now, and you guys can just watch. Is anyone in hair school now? Is anyone interested in going to hair school? drop a comment below and let me see if I can give any of you guys advice on, or give you guys any tips or anything. Anything you guys can ask me in the comment section. I will surely answer. And if you guys can see, oh, my head's in the way, but if you guys can see, excuse me, where the mock-up braid is, right there at the corner, so I can tell that I'm about to start the lace now. And see, she'll be able to pull it up in a ponytail, twist it up, everything. And that little glue you saw at the edge at the very bottom, all I will do is use a tail comb and add a little bit more glue and use the claw of my hand and push it down so it wouldn't be, you would just see hair when you lift the ponytail. So now what I'm doing, I am fitting the lace on top of the mock-up braid. And that's the main topic of this video, is the mock-up braid that I did. So guys, what's actually going to happen right now, I am going to sew a lace frontal onto a client that has total hair loss on top. She has no hair on top. There's our mock-up braid, and I begin to sew. And be careful, that's why I made it thick enough so I don't stab my client. I don't stick her with the needle. There's no way I'm going to do that because I'm sewing through the glue and the thread. So the thread and the glue acts as if it's a braid. Yeah, sometimes the glue might be a little thick, but you just hold it firm, push through, and pull. Be careful, do not stick your customer. Do the mock-up braid thick enough to where it goes through as if it's a total full braid. And I'm using 2 needles on each side. You guys can't see the other side, but I have a needle on the other side and a needle on this side. And the exact same thing you see on this side is what I did to the other side. And I let the 2 needles meet in the middle at the top of her head. There I go, trying to show you guys now. And I'm going to tie it in the middle. Okay, Alicia, they see it. Always use 2 needle, guys. Never go from one ear to the other. Always go from one ear to the middle and from the other ear to the middle. Never all the way across. You don't want to shift your unit. All right. So now, I guess I made a hole, so I'm using a little lace glue to lock that in. Even though it doesn't matter, because once I glue this here, all that's going to be covered. I'm tightening the edge. Probably missed it at first. Was scared to stick her there at first. So I started up. And now I'm just locking it in right by her ear. There it goes. And most of you girls and guys that know how to put on a frontal, it's basically the same thing. It's just that we needed the mock-up braid to, to get it on. Because I personally would never glue a lace onto a head. So that's why I really had to think of something, and I'm glad I came up with this. I hope you guys really enjoy this new hack, and I hope you guys use it. And when you eventually do or try it, you could try it on your mannequins, and tell me how it went in the comment section. So now I'm just going to finish going up, finish her off. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm not really going to be able to show the front too much or anything because I already told you guys a million times, but just taking what you see, it's all about the mock-up braid, and it's a quick weave, you know? So I'll have another client real soon where that she'll probably want to be on camera. So now I'm just getting the front of the unit together to glue it down. It's on. I put the band on. Let that melt. And I finish. So we just keep going up till we fill in the space. And I'm putting glue on the cap because, number one, I don't want anything showing in between when she moves it around. And number two, which is actually number one, it's going to hold really tight and not move. She's going to be really secure for the 6 weeks. And if she really wanted to swim in this, she can. That's how glued down it is. And you guys will be surprised what hairdressers have to do sometime with these beautiful people walking around outside, and you never know what they're going through, but their hairdressers are here to make them feel good about themselves. And that's what I love about what I do, making my clients feel good and happy. All right, so now I'm at the very top, closing it up. You see, I'm not really going in a C. I'm still going straight across. Straight across. I wish you guys could see the other side, but next time. Oop, got a little bit of glue on over there, but that's okay. I'm going to put the last track right there. This is the last track, guys. Okay, so now we're all done. Nice and secure. Everything's neat. All right, so now we're going to get this frontal intact. But you guys see how that is? Nice and tight and in there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I can't show the front, guys, but the moral of this video is basically the mock-up braid. There's no reason to refuse a client. There's no reason to use a glob of glue on a client's head to try to hold down a frontal. You can actually sew it down, whether there is hair or not. So now I'm just cutting around the ear and getting the frontal together. It looked so nice, guys. It really did. But yeah, just stick around and there's going to be a lot more to come. A lot more. Look how nice that looks. It's nice and tight. She's secure. She can wear a ponytail, everything. And this frontal was, this was a big frontal. Like, I really had to cut off like a 1/2 inch from the front, so I had to build her a whole hairline, but it came out really nice. I really liked it, and I spoke to her today. She loves it. Well, you guys are getting this video late, so yeah. All right, so we're coming down to the end. And that's about it, guys. So I feel like you guys should go back and just try to take a look at how I did the mock-up braid again. It's very easy. It was really like maybe 4 or 5 steps the most. Glue, thread, glue, thread. So easy, guys. You just got to get into it. So you guys get notified. Turn on those notifications. There's more to come. And press the like button. Don't forget. And I love it here with you guys. And I'll be back with more hacks for my handlers. It came out so nice, guys. And it's actually store-bought here, so it wasn't bad at all. And I'm going to do a part 2 on the lace. It was really hard, but it worked out. So remember to subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching. Mwah.